Hello Aquarius, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Aquarius for the middle of January. Now Aquarius, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Now I do not offer personal readings, so if you get a message from someone, they're trying to scam you, okay? They're impersonating me. Please do not get scammed. I also do exclusive content on my Instagram, so if you'd like to get to know me more, you can give me a follow there. There's a link to that in the description below. But with all of that said, let's go ahead and see what we have here for you, Aquarius. Now I decided I would do a Celtic cross here for this middle of the month spread reading. So if you were curious about what this spread is called, that's what it is. But if you watch my content regularly and you have not yet hit the subscribe button, I'd really appreciate it. If you did, really helps my channel grow in a big way. Same is true if this is just the first time you are watching me. So let me make sure everything is in view here, and then we'll get right into it. Aquarius, hope things are going well for you. All right, let me set this up here. All right, and I also like to take 3 cards to clarify as we go along. I think that looks just about good enough to me. Energy on the bottom, you have the King of Pentacles. So this is a card that talks about routines, all right? The King of Pentacles is somebody who achieves a high status in their career. Okay, they are wealthy, they are successful, and they've achieved that high level of fame, or not really fame, but of success by having healthy routines and sticking to those routines. It is the energy of if it ain't broke, don't fix it, all right? So what is working for you right now, Aquarius? And what areas of your life do you maybe need to look at taking a disciplined, more structured route towards? That's what I would say here with this energy, because there could be something around habits coming in here, okay? The King of Pentacles is definitely a good card that you would want to see. Is definitely like money goals, okay? Money goals. And by the way, doesn't matter what gender you are, these are just masculine and feminine energies. And I have to say, you have a really nice blend of the masculine and feminine energies here on the board. I'll get into that more as we go along, but it's definitely a good thing to balance those two sides of yourself out. And so yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting here right now. You have a very good reading here, but let's go ahead and get into this. With this 6 of Cups, this is in your current situation. This is potentially someone coming in from the past. Now, you have 2 cards here that are really just screaming Mercury retrograde to me, with the 6 of Cups and the Page of Swords. I'll get into this Page of Swords more. But during retrograde periods, which for the rest of January into, I think it's February 3rd or February 2nd, one of those two, we're going to be in a Mercury retrograde, okay? And during these times, people from the past try to re-enter or try to come back in. And that could certainly be the case here for you, Aquarius. Now, if this is an ex, I'll tell you my stance on that is that your ex is your ex for a reason. And, you know, you'll just have to ask yourself if you want to repeat that cycle. Now, it doesn't mean that people don't get back together, and it doesn't mean that that can't be successful, but I would say most of the times there's a reason for that situation. On the other end of this, the 6 of Cups can talk about something in your past life, okay? If you believe in past lives, coming back in, all right? A soul contract that you entered into this lifetime with that's maybe coming out here in this retrograde for you. You know, I would also say do not spend too much time in the past with the 6 of Cups and the King of Pentacles, okay? There needs to be a nice kind of balance of looking towards the future, but also like not dwelling too long at this time, and really looking at your routines. Now, in the problem position, you have the Chariot. So this is Cancerian energy. You may be dealing with a water sign as you have the 6 of Cups and the Cancer card, but really don't get hung up on it. Aquarius, you are the water bearer, which is very interesting, even though you're an air sign. But the Chariot here talks about triumph and victory, but it's self-discipline that leads to a triumph and a victory in your life. The important part here is being self-disciplined, okay? And that is coming in once again with the Chariot in the problem position and now the King of Pentacles here on the bottom. So where do you just need to be honest with yourself, right? None of us are perfect. Where do you need to be honest with yourself and say, okay, I need to look at this, or I need to take a more serious approach, a more stern approach to this part of my life? That may be what's going on here. Now, in the past, you have the Magician. Now, this is considered to be the divine masculine in the tarot. You also have the Mother archetype here in the future. So like I said, really nice blend. You have a king and a queen, really nice blend here of those energies. Again, there's this energy of balance. Even though we don't have any cards of balance, it's present here on the board in other ways. Anyway, this Magician talks about taking action, okay? Taking action on the things that you need to take action on. It's in the past. And so the other thing is the Magician is the master manifester in the tarot. And so the Magician takes all of these tools that they have at hand, as you can see here in the palm of their hand, and they use those tools to create something for themselves. So you may be doing that right now, okay? This may be something that's important for you in this moment. I do feel like maybe you've spent some time manifesting here in the past, manifesting something. And what I will say is during retrograde periods, it's a time to sort of not force the boat, okay? It's a time to sort of allow things to happen here. Now, in the future, you have the Empress, which again, this is the Mother archetype. Very strong feminine energy here on this card, but the Empress really on a deeper level talks about this is the biggest card of abundance in the tarot, and so it's a harvest, okay, and it's nurturing something like a mother would nurture her children, but you can take that energy and bring it into any other area of your life. So you may be nurturing a project, you may be nurturing a manifestation here of the past. And you know what, now that I'm thinking about this, you have the Six of Cups indicating something from the past, whether it's a person or a situation coming back in. And now that you have this manifestation in the past, I get the sense that some of you are really looking to build upon a manifestation here. Some of you are looking to bring something into existence. It's probably less about romantic energy, and I feel like it's more about this manifestation of the past that you are really looking to build on. Yeah. Now, in your conscious awareness, what you're aware of here on your thoughts or on your mind, you have the Strength card. This is a card that talks about courage, about being strong in your convictions, and in fact, someone who's so courageous that they can tame a lion, that they can walk next to a lion. This is the energy of energy. It's the energy of power, of fortitude. And when you get the Strength card, it may mean that you need to lock in at this time on something that you're doing here. It's also Leo energy here. So I get the sense that there is something coming back in here from the past, whether it's this manifestation that you've been voting on or a person for some of you. And there's this element of you needing to also exhibit willpower. The Strength card talks about willpower as well as the Magician. And so something going on here. There's a lot of power that you're putting towards something at this time. In the unconscious awareness, you have the Queen of Cups. This is a card that talks about, this can be talking about nurturing yourself, having compassion for yourself, similar to the Empress. These are two cards of like really taking care of yourself, doing some sort of self-love or self-care practice here with the Queen of Cups and the Empress. I definitely feel that for you at this time. It's, also making sure that you're putting these routines here and structure in place of the King of Pentacles. So again, we're getting back to this balance of like, achieving a routine, but also taking care of yourself. At this time, I think is going to be extremely important for you, Aquarius. On another level, the Queen of Cups can talk about your intuition and really needing to connect with that at this time. Now, in the Staff, in the direction that we are headed here, in your current influence, the way that you are influencing the situation, you have the Page of Swords. So this is a card that almost always comes forward for me as a reader during retrograde periods. During these Mercury retrogrades, this card always comes forward. And the reason being is the Page of Swords can speak to delays, disappointments, frustrations, time delays, setbacks. That's something that the Page of Swords can bring forward, because the pages always are like news bearers or offers, people maybe bringing you offers or opportunities, but this is one that indicates delays in those areas. So there's a time delay here associated with this Page of Swords. It can suggest though that you have like a lot of ideas, that you're generating so many ideas and thoughts and really nice creative energy in that way. And I think that's a good thing. But I also think that this manifestation, allow this manifestation here that you've been putting so much power towards to happen. Okay, allow it to happen. And focus on, getting you right at this time, getting your mind right, getting your routines right, getting your health right, getting your self-care practices right. And as you balance those portions out, this time situation is going to dissolve, okay? And this manifestation is going to come in. Now, in the external awareness here, you have the Ace of Swords. So this Ace of Swords is a new beginning or a triumph that brings about a new beginning. It's mental clarity, mental agility, mental acuity. It's the feeling of a breakthrough. It's the clouds clearing in the background. It's like a divine, it's like insight or a mental spark or a mental insight. It's a very, very good card, but there's always a new beginning associated with an ace. Okay, and so as this is in the external awareness, what's going on here is this manifestation is leading you to a new beginning. This manifestation is already on the way, Aquarius. It's already on the way. You just have to allow it to happen in divine timing, which is easier said than done, but that's what's coming forward. Now, in the hopes and fears, you have the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands talks about, this card almost always comes forward when you're ready to change residence, move to a new location, move to a new apartment, get a new house, whatever. This is a card of a grand adventure that you may be going on in your life here. Some of you could be moving. You do have the Chariot here as well, which is another card of movement, travel, travel by vehicle, just travel in general. And so some of you could be concerned or worried about a move. Some of you could be concerned about something else, but something about time is what I'm getting here. Something about time is concerning you here. There's an element of time here that I'm picking up on. But this Knight of Wands is talking about somebody who's extremely talented. It's like the maverick of the tarot, almost like somebody who's like a jack of all trades. And as that is in your hopes and fears, some of you need to recognize that you have a lot to offer to people. Okay, you have a lot to offer, and that manifestation is worthy. You're worthy of having that manifestation come through. Now, in the outcome, you have the Six of Wands. It's here. Okay, it's arriving, Aquarius. The Six of Wands is a major sign of victory, of success. It's public recognition. In fact, the Chariot's a bigger victory than the Six of Wands, but the Chariot's in the problem position. Okay, well, in the outcome, you are getting this victory. And it just may take a different form, or it may, because this is a different form, right? They're both victories, but they can come in different forms. This is particularly about public recognition. So, you could, there's something here, this manifestation is coming forward. I'm also being drawn towards this shadowy figure here in the back, which is actually the Seven of Swords person. If you look at the Seven of Swords card, it can indicate that you maybe are deceiving yourself, okay? Some of you may be deceiving yourself at this time. Recognize that this situation is coming, this victory is coming, it's already on the way. Aquarius, it's already on the way. So do not let your mind and whatever mental construction that you're having here get in the way of that manifestation coming through. So let's see what else we get. Let's see what else we have here with these 3 cards to clarify, if I can pick them up. All right, there we go. Okay, look at this. We have the Two of Cups here. Some of you may have a soulmate or a past life connection with somebody. I'm not like a huge I don't always go to those labels like soulmate, twin flame, whatever. I like the divine counterparts label. I do believe that there are past life connections with people. I'm a big believer in past lives. And with this Two of Cups and the Six of Cups, that's certainly somebody else's energy from a past life being present here. And so you may be dealing with somebody with that, okay? You also do have this Five of Wands with the Four of Pentacles. So yeah, the Five of Wands is a conflict. The thing is, what's interesting here is whoever wins this battle on the Five of Wands card gets the Six of Wands. To me, you are succeeding over competition potentially. And I do feel like, right now, whatever's going on here with this Chariot in the problem position, it may be a setback or something like that. Or like I said, there may be a time delay, but at the end of the day, okay, as in the outcome, you are succeeding, okay? You will be succeeding here. and with that Six of Wands in the outcome. You also have this Four of Pentacles, which is somebody who's like hanging on to their pentacles just a little bit too tightly. You know, this person feels like there will never be enough, or there will never be more opportunities, but that couldn't be further from the case, Aquarius. There are always opportunities available. And that's what I feel like is coming in here for you. So let's go ahead and see what else we have going on here. Let's pull some additional messages. Let's get some oracle cards. Oh, is that going to be it? Yeah, I think that's going to be it. All right. Okay, so you have compromise. No. Improving health. And in the near future. Okay, so definitely like to see this here. So this compromise card for me is really talking about this need for balance. Okay, there's this energy here of you striking a balance on this board, not only between your masculine and your feminine, but also between you know, your structures, your routines, doing those sorts of things to set yourself up for success. That balance between having a routine, having structure, but also taking care of yourself. I feel like this is going to lead to improvements. I do feel like some of you are going to say no. If there's a person from the past trying to re-enter, you're going to reject them. But in the near future, this manifestation's coming in. Okay, absolutely is what I'm feeling for you. Are we going to take these? Yeah, I think we are. Okay, so you have false person. You have toil and labor. And main male. You also here have, let's see here. What other cards do we have? Okay, you have concern, journey, and pathway. Yeah, so there is someone who's coming in, once again, that I feel like you're going to reject that energy, okay, with the false person card, with the no, the Two of Cups and the Six of Cups. I feel like you're not bringing them back in at this time. And it's probably because you've maybe even spent a lot of time thinking about how you're going to handle this situation with concern. Lastly, with toil and labor and journey, some of you are traveling, some of you are going somewhere, some of you are concerned about your work situation and travel or movements or something like that. Like you're going on some sort of grand adventure here, but you're also concerned about, like, this is a laborious task. Like it's causing you to, I'm kind of having a hard time bringing this together, but I'm getting this energy of you traveling somewhere, going somewhere, but it's labor intensive, like maybe even just mentally laborious, like in some ways here. You also have main male and pathway. Yeah, this pathway is your true north and your true destiny. But some of you are just rejecting somebody, and this is because you're on this new path towards your destiny, towards this manifestation coming through, towards this victory coming in. And for whatever reason, this person is not a part of that. So thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Check out my website, zanintuitive.com. And I really appreciate you watching this video. Have a good day. I'll see you in the next one.